Good morning, thank you for joining me for this tour of Asana.com. I found this website about 5 years ago, and I'll start with the really great news that it's free for up to 15 team members, which makes it perfect for use in primary care. So I've set up a demo company here just to show you around the product. Most people very good at keeping a to-do list, and this really takes to-do listing to the next level. So you can see here I've got 5 to-do items. I've got my IG toolkit here at the top, so let's start with that. So you can literally just click the plus to add a new task. I'm going to go into this one that's already created. And obviously the due date on this one would be the 31st of March. But hey, that's a Saturday. So let's go for the 30th. Oh, hang on a minute, that's Good Friday. So let's go for the 29th. And this is one that I'm going to do myself. So I can click on my name there. And that will do for this task. So what I like to do with my tasks is separate them out into the amount of time I think they're going to take. So sand being a tiny task, pebble being a medium-sized task, and a rock being a big task. That way I can kind of schedule my tasks. The big rock items done first thing in the morning. So let me pop that one in there. Now my payroll payments, they're going to be due every month, and I'm going to set them up on the Thursday. Now obviously this one I should have done last week, but I can set to repeat. And it's going to default to 7 days, but if I click on that again, you can either do periodically or monthly. Every 1 month on the 22nd day of the month. So that will then, once I complete it, will reappear again in a month's time on the 22nd. I will select my name there as well. For me that's a pebble. So I need to schedule Tom's appraisal. So what I can do on this one is I can set a due date of when I would like to have Tom's appraisal done. So let's go for the end of April. Now this is my responsibility, so I'm going to assign the task to me. But I'm going to add Tom as a follower down the bottom here. And then when I click in the comment box here, I can put, "Hi Tom, can you let me know some dates that work for you?" And then hit comment, and that's going to send an email to both myself and Tom just to let him know that there is a comment. Now what I'm going to do for this one, rather than drag it manually across the screen, I've got this option here. And I'm going to do assigned to others. So if I've asked others to contribute to a task, or I've asked them to complete the task on my behalf, I will keep it in the assigned to others column. That really helps my stress levels. Delegating is always a really quite worrying thing. Is somebody going to do what you've asked them? This way I can keep an eye on it without feeling like I'm asking my team whether they've done everything I need them to do every day. So let me pop that there. And I'll close that, and you'll see now that that's gone across into the assigned to others column. So we've got the review 1819 contract changes there. So I'm actually going to stick that in the partners meeting. So I want to discuss those changes at our partners meeting. It's always nice to just assign a task to somebody just to make sure it is always assigned. There are loads of options within the task, so you can, for bigger tasks, add a description. You've got the opportunity to kind of like work that other people are doing. You can use tags to categorize tasks. Tasks, you can create subtasks, so we'll have a look at that in a moment. And you can add attachments, and then a whole load of other options that are available. So I'm going to close that one. You see that's now gone across to the partners meeting. Then we've got implement active signposting. So obviously this is a really massive task. So with a really big task, we're obviously going to pop that under rock. But then what I'm actually going to do is create the subtasks. So I'm going to speak to the PPG. I'm going to create a process chart. You see each of these then becomes a subtask, and you can do exactly the same on a subtask as you can on a main task. So you can assign them here. I'm going to assign this one to Tom, because Tom's really great at process charts. Assign that one to myself. So you see now I've allocated all of my new tasks, and that is where all of my tasks will come into Asana, and then they'll be categorized by sand, pebble, rock. And then also what I use is this week and today. So as I want to achieve these tasks, I will shift them across to this week. And then when I've sat down, probably at the end of the day before, I will then grab the tasks that I want to achieve the next day. Now obviously I don't always achieve those, so they'll stay in the today column, but it's a good way of kind of chunking up what otherwise can be a massive workload. So as a practice manager, I have around 200 tasks active at any one time, and that would create a massive amount of personal stress for me. Once I know that my tasks are in Asana, my stress disappears because I know I'm managing them, and I haven't yet found a situation where I have too much work to do. The only time I get stressed is when I just don't know how to quantify it, and this fixes that for me. Now each and every individual is going to be different, so you'll come up with your own system, but actually this software works really well no matter what your system is.